Hello everyone, for today's video I'm bringing you an overpowered Kamehameha build. So firstly, I do plan to do more videos like this, like an overpowered gadget gun moveset or a build, whatever you want to call it, as well as an overpowered body change and so on. So this is the first one in the series. Leave those suggestions in the comments I suppose, and best ones will be used and featured. So the idea behind this build is to use the I ain't losing, here's my full power supercell, which drops from parallel quest 112. And that supercell will activate when you go for a Kamehameha ultimate, not a super, but a Kamehameha ultimate attack, and now increase the damage of it quite significantly. It's actually rather disgusting. So for my 4 supers, I have maximum charge because this moveset is very taxing on your ki, fighting pulse G because that increases your ki blast attacks, times 10, and the Kaioken Kamehameha, 2 ultimates, the times 100 Big Bang and the times 4 Kaioken Kamehamehas. Super Vegeta as my transformation, as that gives me an increase in ki blast supers and ultimate, and hyper movement as my evasive. Now as you guys can see, I have 0 points in ki blast supers, but my QQ Bang gives me plus points in ki, stamina and ki blast supers. So if you wanted to make this even more powerful, just invest attribute points in your ki blast super slot, and oh man, I can only imagine how disgustingly powerful that would actually make this moveset. So with that being said, let's get into the first fight for this video. Now do keep in mind that just because this may be an overpowered build, that does not mean that this is unbeatable or invincible, as I will demonstrate in this first fight. But I do kind of get screwed over, but it's whatever, it's all good, it's all fun. So I do go for maximum charge to get max ki and went for Super Vegeta 2, and I picked this stage so I could do that. So is that a bit cheesy? Maybe, who cares? This guy picks Super Gogeta. It's with limitations off play match, so I think capsules are off. So there I broke to go with the triangle stamina break, but I go for the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha there, but because I was so close to him, that pissed me off. So what happened was there, I did break his guard with the stamina break, the heavy one, so he would have been, I guess, temporarily paralyzed, if you want to say that, or just not able to move like in the recovery animation. But because I went for that attack so close to him, the attack startup pushed him away, which cancelled out the damn stamina break. So yes, his guard was still broken, but he could just easily move out of the way. So that may have actually, that wouldn't have defeated him at that point, but that would have done an insane amount of damage, as I will demonstrate later on in this video. So there I do go for a second, I think it was, heavy stamina break attempt, didn't work. Go for a light one there, didn't work. So I'm thinking now, well, I should probably go for I should probably try and attempt the times 4 Kaioken Kamehameha and burst it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Go for the Kaioken Kamehameha there, the super version. I guess you could call it a super Kaioken Kamehameha maybe. That's technically what it is. Well, not really, because it doesn't give you a multiplier on top of Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2, so whatever. Now, I do think at this point this guy's getting maybe slightly carried away or cocky, because he's gone for quite a few Punisher drives. I mean, he hasn't gone for one now for a little bit. Does he go for one again in a moment? No, I break his guard there. I'll catch him with the back here. I send him flying down here, and I was thinking, well, right now I was waiting a second just so he would go down. Go for the times 4 Kaioken Kamehameha. I have no idea why that didn't hit him. The only thing I could think of is that maybe before I burst it, he may have been just slightly out of range, so he would have had enough time to get up, move out of the way, as I was bursting it, which would have continued the range. So I'm thinking, okay, so I went for both my ultimates. That should have hit, and they didn't hit, so I was legit salty in this, but I was thinking, you've got to give me a break. Oh, okay, so I do give him a rematch because now I want to hit him. I really want to hit him with either or both, the times 100 or the times 4. Oh man, I'm so salty right now. Okay, so I do pick the Cell Games Arena. I think I clicked random on the map, and this arena and the destroyed Cell Games Arena tend to be maps that come up. I mean, fairly often. I don't mind them. 2 of my favourite stages, especially this stage, because you can destroy the arena and stuff. I just love it in the background. Very nice. I do go for a rather cheeky heavy stamina right there, and I go for a light one there. I kind of knew the first one wasn't going to hit him. Second one I wasn't too sure about, but right now he's kicking my ass. I could vanish, and I do here, but I wanted him to just continue it a little bit so I could get a bit of ki recovered, not stamina. I do hit him there with the light stamina break, but it didn't connect, so I'm thinking, come on. Okay, so I go for a Punisher drive there. I go for a fully charged, or I rather attempt a fully charged times 10 Kamehameha. Didn't work, but I do break his guard now. I do think I go for the times 100 here. Yes, I vanished, now I go for the times 100. Oh man, that damage. bad damage. And keep in mind, like I already mentioned, I have 0 points invested in my Ki Blast attribute slot, like in the attribute points. It's just the QQ Bang I have and Super Vegeta 2 that is actually giving me the damage. So if maybe I was in Flashing Red Health, actually had points in the Ki Blast slot, and maybe went for Fighting Pulse G, I do wonder how much damage that will do on someone with full health. I think I'll give him a third fight just to see who gets the tiebreaker. Maybe I forgot what his name was. I mean, if you guys want to see that, do let me know. I'll like change my points, or I'll level up female Burcol or something, or Rose Burcol, and I'll try that again. Because damn, that would be rather disgusting. But I guess the downside to that would be you may have to sacrifice other stats such as maybe health, stamina. I wouldn't say Ki because, you know, well, for the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, you need 5 bars if you actually use it, so yeah. And do keep in mind, guys, if you go for the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha locked off, it will do even more damage. And I do think I fight someone who picks Cooler, I think, later on, and I do that, and I think they had almost max health, if I remember correctly, and it, you know, it beats them, so it can just be really disgusting. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to use the exact moves that I'm using. I would recommend using Maximum Charge and the Fighting Pulse G, just so, well, Maximum Charge, it's obvious to recover Ki, and the Fighting Pulse is just to give you that extra bit of juice on your Ki Blast Supers. Yeah, I'll go for the times 10 there. Takes like what? Over half of it, yeah, half of a bar of Ki. Damn, I think that's how much Mystic Flash does on my normal preset. I mean, I do have, you know, minus points in Ki on that, but damn, I mean, in my opinion, times 10 Kamehameha is one of our supers that's kind of like a pseudo ultimate, because yes, it does take a long time to charge, it takes 2 bars of Ki to use, but if it hits, it's worth it. Plus, if you're a Super Saiyan, it will warp, so that's always a bonus as well. I mean, just damn. So yeah, I'll go for the times, yeah, that was just awesome there. So I lock off and go for the spinning times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, as he goes for final Kamehameha, so it's like the, I guess like the 2 strongest fusions, like their strongest attack colliding, and in this case the times 100, you know, it won. So that's awesome. I'll go for the swing kick there. I'll go for maximum charge because I do want to finish him off with, you know, I think I want to go for the times 4 Kaioken Kamehameha. Yeah, I mean, he went for the throw, and I think it may have been faster for him to actually go for a stamina break attempt. I mean, if he went for it there, he may be able to defeat me, I'm not too sure, but yeah. I do think the fight's almost over now. Yeah, I mean, this guy was a ton of fun to fight. I'm still calling BS in like the first fight though, just like how the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha completely screwed up. I mean, it wasn't like his fault, like it's not as if he played cheap, like he beat me fair and square, but damn, that sucked. So going to the next fight, I do believe this is the fight where I battle Cooler. Yeah, yes it is, okay, cool. So it's level 85, so there's not really too much of a difference. I mean, yes, level 85 to 99, you know, it's like what, 14 levels. But I mean, it's not as if it's like the biggest difference in the world in my opinion, so I'll break his guard straight away. Go for a, well, I use Maximum Charge to get all my Ki, go for Super Vegeta 2, and I believe I go for the Fighting Pulse G now. Yes I do. Do I put it off? Yes I do. Nice, I just did that twice. That rhymed really unintentionally. Okay, so I'll break his guard again. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, because here we're going to clash. I'm guessing there's maybe some sort of lag or latency, I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining, it benefits me. I'll lock off here after going to that clash, go for the spinning or the rotating times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. Cooler's face then, oh my goodness, just the look of despair. That did so much damage that it even destroyed some of the map there. I mean, how much health did he have? Like, I think I only took about half of his first bar away. I don't know, but that did an insane amount of damage, like disgustingly. Damn, man. So what I like doing for this build was to pick a stage where we start off quite far away from each other, so that way, you know, I've got time to go for Maximum Charge, Super Vegeta 2, and to go for the poles. Here, he goes for Super Saiyan 3. I kind of expected it, to be honest. Break his guard, go for the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, while still having the boost from, yeah, of course, the Super Soul and Fighting Pulse G, and that did, oh man, that's disgusting. And guys, again, you can do more damage with this, I'm sure, if you put, well, if you invest more points in your Ki Blast Super attribute. There you go for just this combination. I almost say just this fist, unironically. Went for hyper movement. That broke his guard. I did then try and go for. Well, first I think I went to go for a times 10 Kamehameha, then a Kaioken Kamehameha, but they both take 2 bars of Ki to use. I think before they took 1 bar each. I'm not too sure, but doesn't matter regardless. Right now they both take 2 bars of Ki to use each. He flies away here and he starts to charge up a times 10 Kamehameha. I see it as soon as he does it, and I go for it. I was kind of expecting him to, you know, either fully charge it or charge it up, you know, quite a bit. Like, I knew he wasn't going to fire it as soon as, because he wouldn't have gained anything from that. Like, I was thinking that maybe he would have tried to go all out, and he did. And because I went for a very fast one, and given that the build I'm using is disgusting for power, yeah, that was enough to finish that guy off. To go on to the final fight for this video, this guy picks Bardock. So, yeah, it's the Super Saiyan 3 version, I believe. Like, I think he has Saiyan Spirit and Super Ki Explosion, I want to say. So yeah, I'm pretty sure anyway. So here I vanished. I try and get the perfect block off. I failed, but I do get a perfect block off a little bit after, so that's awesome. I love Bardock's melee changes, looks so cool. Something I wish as well is when we were like floating above the lava, I do wish like there's some sort of like lava effect, like passive lava effect, so I wouldn't actually do anything to the fight, just like cosmetic stuff, like what happens if you're in Super Saiyan 3 or the golden form. I think if you're in the Super Namekian form as you're transforming maybe. I do try and go for the Fighting Pulse G there. It fails, that's great. He goes for Saiyan Spirit here. I went for Hyper Movement, that failed because I forgot that Hyper Movement doesn't track. Or at least it's got very minimal tracking, so of course that failed. He broke my guard. He's kicking my ass now, but I was thinking, well, hold on, I've got low health, so that's obviously going to increase my attacks. Plus he's in Super Saiyan 3 and he just went for a Saiyan Spirit, meaning that he's not going to have enough time to go for another ultimate unless maybe he dropped out of Super Saiyan 3, but yeah, so Lau broke his guard and it's going to be essentially game from this point. I go for the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. That just wipes him out of existence. Just so disgustingly overpowered. It's awesome. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. Do let me know what you think of this. I mean, by the time this video goes out, I probably would have already recorded the next one, which will either be an overpowered body change video or an overpowered Dandelion video. So, yeah, let me know, guys. So, with that being said, thank you once again for watching, and I will see you next time.